Hello everyone, welcome back. So, I have to combine readings for a few days because I have commitments. I have astrological readings that are really intensive. So, and I won't be able to do my live stream tomorrow either. But so this reading is, what I'm going to do is combine Trump's health and his karmic crappenings for Thursday, November 20th, and then Friday, of course, the 21st, and Saturday the 22nd. So that's my intention, is for the cards to line up perfectly. Okay, well, all right. There's the first one. That wasn't supposed to happen, but whatever. Okay, so how's it going to be going for him? And what is the state of his health? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, November 20th through the 22nd. Right there. Okay, so with with the devil coming through reversed for the forces in motion, and then to have his challenge, the challenge cards I read as reversals. Oh, his challenge is his own funeral. So anyway, these two cards coming out the gate around the forces in motion. So with the devil being the forces in motion coming through reverse, this is his soiled reputation, literally the dude that wears Depends and has for years because he has abused his colon, with so much snorting of Adderall and cocaine over the years. And this is something that was, I wouldn't say leaked, it was actually put out there in quite an interesting way by one of the guys that worked with him on The Apprentice. So we're talking back, and here he is, just a B-rated reality show. All he did was, "You're fired," right? Well, he couldn't focus. He couldn't get his lines out. He couldn't do anything. I mean, he can read, but other than that, he was just terrible. And so anyway, Noel Castler is the dude who has all the dirt. But you'll have to probably go back to his when he first started his channel, because that's when he put it all out there. So anyway, the devil reversed, besides having a soiled reputation, is somebody who's just unwilling to be in any type of truth. He's so demented and gone in the brain, he's at this point where he's believing his own lies. And he's just, gaslighting and projecting his own self-hatred out there. When it comes to health, he needs to take time off, but he doesn't do that. Instead, he just numbs out, because with all his addictions. And he's just, he's trapped in his own bad choices. And so his health, unless he has something to read and he stays on script and he reads from the teleprompter or the book, whatever it is, unless he has that, he's just like a barking grandma or grandpa, whatever, person who's in the throes of dementia, and he's mean. We should call him Mr. Piggy, right? And you go against him and he lashes out. And this is what these two cards, these are, his big challenge. With the Page of Wands reversed, he can't stand any news coming out about him that he doesn't like. And he's used to being able to control those things within his own, company. But now that he's president, no. And everybody is looking at his terrible, health issues. And so I usually assign the court cards as a person, but this is also a card for somebody who's totally, when it comes to reverse, it's like major exhaustion, challenge position, major exhaustion, heart problems, incontinence. Diaper Don. Diaper Don. He really is Mr. Piggy. And then with the Five of Swords reversed, this is his having to move on. He did not want to have to say, just release the Epstein files. And then, of course, Bondi's going to just hold everything back, acting like it's in a investigation. But they're leaking out anyway. They're leaking out from other countries. We'll get them anyway. And then, so he is furthering that need for him to be reclusive. That's the Five of Swords here. So he'll have his good and bad days. He'll do whatever he can to, and he's kissing ass big time, and maybe Mr. Bonesaw is the dude that's going to help him get away somehow. Maybe they're going to, because, he has those stupid golf tournaments, those leave golf tournaments. So that is total Saudi, just Saudi Arabia golf tournaments is what they should be called. And why couldn't he hitch a ride? Why couldn't he get in one of their planes and leave? So he's doing his best to make the deals in order to buy his future, right? But it'll be his own funeral. He's creating his own funeral. And he can jerk off anybody around him to get what he wants. Still, it's not going to help. It is not going to help. Okay, where he is with the Four of Swords reversed, combined with the, wow, right. So he's sitting in this place of, well, he's a lot of times not able to get up and move around. He is so burned out. He's not sleeping. He's having high blood pressure and, insulin type of problems. And then with the Four of Wands reversed, I think over the next few days, he's going to have to cancel some plans. But will he, the Emperor could be Russell Vogt, but it could also be with the things that are happening around the Capitol, because Thursday, and I think Friday, but definitely Thursday and Saturday, there's a removal coalition. Trump must go, that's supposed to be coming down on Washington, D.C. So this would be him probably trying to get out of Dodge and go to Mar-a-Lago because, he's trying to control things. Trying to avoid being, things being revealed but it's going to be out there. He doesn't have to be there. Well, he doesn't have to be there. So go ahead, dude. And then in the past, most recent past, so this would be, and this could, now MBS, I'm pretty sure he's a Virgo. So he would be the King of Pentacles. And we had him reversed over here, which, I did a couple days before, and I didn't know that was him that would be visiting. Like, that was all kept pretty quiet until the last minute. Oh God, and man, did they kiss his ass or what? God. So anyway, with the Two of Wands reversed, this is a dude who is afraid of change. All he's going to do is continue to mow down other people. In the recent past, this is him saying what he said to the press pool person in the plane and said, called her, I think it was in the plane, I think it was in Air Force One, where he called her Miss Piggy or something like that for just because she asked about the Epstein files. That's all she did. So, this is him mowing down everyone else because he has to be better than anybody. And I don't know if, but because I'm doing this reading on Wednesday. So by the time, this reading's effective, it's tomorrow. So maybe today he might have a little accident, right? There's that possibility. Okay, what's hanging over him? Ace of Pentacles reversed. Justice. Yeah. Okay. And the Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness. Okay, so with the Queen of Wands, of course, this is Kristi Noem. Homeland, it's not security, but it's her. I don't know if Tulsi Gabbard's doing anything for she'll do whatever he wants whenever, but I just don't feel like it's her. I feel like it's Kristi Noem, and even she's frustrated because of things she would like to keep more safe and in balance. But the deal is with communities all over, especially the big cities. I watched Rachel Maddow the other night that explained how they're protecting themselves. And, they're using whistles and, blowing the cover on the ice agents before they even get there. But also, I feel like this has to do with the lack of justice and balance and perspective that she has, and that's putting the kibosh on him. This is her lack of control, and this would be our partly a DOJ card now, but she doesn't have anything to do with it. She's Homeland Security. God, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm so slow. This could also be JD. Because he's a Leo. He's definitely the queen. Oh my God. Yeah, and he's just waiting, when the time comes. I did a reading on the whole 25th Amendment with him, whether or not he would. So I'm pretty sure it's linked under all my videos. You can go into the description area, and there's another whole world in there. But anyway, what's hanging over Trump for the next few days is from Thursday through Saturday. So let's say early Thursday morning Eastern time to Sunday morning Eastern time, is that he is running out of opportunities. He's refusing opportunities to, that maybe could help him, but he's out of control. He's out of control with money. He doesn't have any good plans, and that's even further reiterated with the Two of Wands reversed. And Kristi Noem is just going to do, and JD Vance, they're going to do whatever they want to do. And they actually have more, well, they're pulling in the karma that he's got. But it's just, when it comes to health, this would be his kidneys that are having trouble. The Four of Swords down here, also with the insulin and the high blood pressure, and not being able to rest, that's not helpful. And the Ace of Pentacles, when it comes to health, is somebody who maybe contracts an infection that really holds him down, and maybe it has to do with kidney dialysis. Maybe there's something in there, something that comes through in there, and maybe this Queen of Wands is somebody we don't even know. But let's see. Let's keep going. Near future, we have the Tower. How do you get the Devil and the Tower and the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords all in one reading? You have to be Donald John Trump or one of his cronies. That's how you do it. So things are going to explode. Off with his head. Prison riots. Institutional change. Maybe on a health level, it's another CT scan or a PET scan of any type, because Uranus rules this card, Uranus and Mars. And, we have that. What's happening is the new moon, the Scorpio new moon combined with Mercury, all opposing planet Uranus, and Scorpio to Taurus access, sex scandals, money crimes, things like that, other people's money and your personal money, and how he's just involved all over the place. He is such a just second and third chakra guy, just idiots. These guys are idiots. They can't, they cannot, they will create the worst karma, and they can't get out from under it without hitting bottom. That at some point they're going to have to be on their knees and being so sorry. Well, that's not going to happen in this lifetime with him. He'll have to come back in and go through major, maybe he'll be a trafficked kid in a future lifetime. Maybe he'll go out and come right back in and be in the worst position ever. Because, you got to experience what you believe in. And his belief system is he thinks he's, king of the world. And that's not aligned with truth. So, But anyway, when it comes to health, it could be a CT scan, a PET scan, an MRI, another MRI. This could be a fever and an infection. Things just breaking apart. And he doesn't have any... he could even be hit by lightning for all we know. I mean, it's something that will happen that will help him change his belief system, and he may go into shock. He may be traumatized, and these cards are terrible around it. And this is the near future. Okay, let's keep going. Drugs, and more drugs here with the Two of Swords reversed, running out of options. And poisons, Melania's probably maybe has some more poison for him. She's been around, right? And then also, that's with the Seven of Cups. But he's also, like I said, running out of options, and especially with the drug use. And then we probably, with the Empress card, could be him in the long-term future, just always going towards the money, but also, something with Putin there, with Mother Russia. And then... with the Knight of Wands here for the outcome, wow. So he's real, well, you know what? I had already said that when the court cards come through, there are other people. So we have to go to the fire sign men in his life. This is definitely in J.D. Vance's territory. But also the other fire sign people, he does have a few with the guys. He's got Steve Bannon. He's got what's his face, Hobag Homan. He's both of those guys are Sages. Russell Vogt, although he's older, I think he'd be more in the Emperor territory. But again, I feel like this is Trump and him trying to control things. You don't get to control things when you get the Tower card. No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work. He thinks he is. But anyway, I feel like Steve Bannon's going to be talking a lot of shit. Tom Homan, Hobag Homan, is going to just keep doing whatever, he can do with... The borders are a problem, along with Kristi Noem. And so that might be what the shakeup's about with the Tower. There may be some things that come out. Because, it's coming out that they're tracking them with the apps that they originally created so that they could get their legal citizenship. And now they're turning against them. Well, I saw that coming months ago. That's the thing. You want to be invisible to these people. So, but Trump's outcome is to see his ambitions just being, it's all about his lust and his impulsiveness. Now, and this could also be something to do with him. Maybe he's going to have what's his face? Maybe Putin's going to come have a visit. Now that MBS did, maybe, oh my God. Oh, I shouldn't even be laughing about that. But anyway, back to the other people. What's his face? That Scott Bessent. He's a creepy little rigid piece of what. He's a Leo as well. And he's in charge of the treasury. And the Empress is all about money and creativity. So there could be something that comes out about that. Because inwardly, Trump is just numbing out with drugs. And he's having to cave. There's a lot of, just blocked emotions, lots of delays, lots of indecision. He doesn't really know what to do. I don't know if all, but, I would say it's most likely that eventually all of his lies will be exposed. And he can't really handle the level of information that's coming out. And he's running out of options to hide because, foreign countries. Now, it could very well be that Russia puts out a lot of information about the Epstein files. So anyway, this isn't good. With this, in the Seven of Cups reverse is definitely him not being out, not having the options that he thought he had. And then also, like I said, reality may be setting in a little bit about what he can and can't do because poisons in his body are, they're building up. Now, sometimes this is a card, the Seven of Cups reverse is also sometimes a card, besides poisons, just a serious infection. It's also a card of people keeping secrets, and this is externally something that's going to happen to him. It could be because this is up and out. The Knight of Wands is not, there's no hiding here. And the Emperor's card, to me, I can't think of anybody else besides Putin for this, besides information coming out of Russia, whether or not it's Putin. Maybe it's the I want my mommy, could be that. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck for the day. Yeah, okay. Well, so maybe, oh my goodness, 2 kings? Wow. Okay, so King of Cups here could be Elon. King of Swords. Yeah, I think it's got to be. Well, you know what else it could be? Maybe Rupert Murdoch is going to put something out because he's a Pisces. Elon, of course, is a Cancer, double Cancer. King of Swords. Well, Gavin Newsom might have some information he puts out there. Zelensky may have something that comes out. Even Mark Rutte, with NATO, because they're all, those 3 guys are Aquarians, I think. Oh my goodness, you know who this is? This is dirtbag Alex Jones, I think. Because I know for sure he's an Aquarian. And I know it says Uranus and Libra here, but this would be any air sign man. And I know that there was something out. I mean, first of all, looks like Alex Jones has been on some major weight loss drug because he's kind of trying to look all ripped, and he's got his egg head anyway, and he's still ugly, and no matter what he says, Mr. Oh yeah, they're all crisis actors. The Sandy Hook kids weren't really shot; those were crisis actors. Just because he couldn't find record of it happening until who knows how long, and then he wouldn't back down. So anyway, I think he had to pay out, and I don't know if he finally did, but it was over $1 billion. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But anyway, I think this is Alex Jones giving him trouble because he was speaking out on behalf of Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's like, God, whoever thought that she would wind up on our side? She's not here. She would be the Queen of Swords. She didn't appear, but this would be because she's a Gemini. But I really do feel like it's Alex Jones. It could also be Jerome Powell, because we've got the money and the creativity here. It could be Jerome Powell working against him. When the cards are reversed, I look at it as being not working with him. Working with him up here, we've got J.D. Vance, the Queen, and of course, Kristi Noem, and Tulsi Gabbard, but I think it's Kristi Noem and J.D. JD's just waiting to get on his throne there, right? Yeah. So maybe there's more that will come out from, I feel more like Rupert Murdoch and Alex Jones that could really hurt him. I don't think King Charles is going to be saying anything. And then, I don't know, who else are the other... Without wanting to, Kash Patel could furk him up a little bit by just lying some more. Kash Patel's a Pisces. Oh, what's his name? I don't even want to say it, but, Lutnick. He's, I don't want to say it the other way around because it's like, even, Prince Andrew's a Pisces too. So maybe it's because we've got negative news over here. If I'm backing off of the health, we've got negative news coming out that makes him want to hide and be reclusive. And then something, possibly connection to Prince Andrew, that Rupert Murdoch releases. These cards are, they can be stand-in cards for several different people. And yeah, and Alex Jones, between Alex Jones, Rupert Murdoch, and Prince, something to do with a connection with Prince Andrew, or everything that's messed up within the FBI because of Kash Patel. These guys they've all perjured themselves. So anyway, we'll just have to wait and see. And if this doesn't come to bear on over the weekend, it's coming. And the pattern here we can see, I'll just end with this, is the protests are here. And they're protesting against his whole administration. We don't have kings and emperors. This is bigger than No King's Day. This is Trump must go, be removed and go. And oh my goodness, J.D. Vance is just hanging there waiting around, and Kristi Noem needs to go as well. But we do have, the DOJ here, even though I don't have the Queen of Cups to show Pam Bondi. Still, we want justice. We want truth. He has very negative karma hanging over him. And the truth will always will out. The law of cause and effect. Right there. And the devil will have his due. That's for darn sure. So, okay, let's just send lots of prayers out there for protection, and to all the Epstein survivors, and to all those who will be descending upon Washington, D.C., November 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And maybe who are there already putting up the police tape. I love seeing that. Okay, that's it. Take good care. Bye, you guys. Have a really good weekend.